Let's check this.
Yeah.
Let's check.
Oh, it sounds a lot, but it actually sounds better too, I think.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can y'all hear me real quick?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just moving my lip. It's working.
I message Spencer and told him get back on. Let me know. Let us know. Shit. We need to know.
Are we live?
All right, so we back. We back to this.
Wait. Are we live?
Raw
and uncut?
Come on.
Well, hopefully, we sorry for the technical difficulties.
Spencer, let us know, man. I see you joined us. Let us know if you can hear us now.
Yeah, you can actually have my volume on. I turned it off.
Man, okay. He said good. Thank you. We are
we
very
appreciate
sorry.
you, man. We appreciate you for letting us know that. Thank you.
Yes, I appreciate it.
So we're going to jump right back into where we was left off. We was talking about the Western Conference
we were talking
Finals.
about the Western Conference Finals. OKC obliterated Minnesota Timberwolves 4-1. Ant-Man, like I said, everyone was putting all the brunt of the blame on Ant-Man, but
I still am.
But
you the star.
But he's Ant-Man,
you the star.
Like he said, I'm 23, 24 years old. I got plenty more times to get back here. Like LeBron and Mike.
They hyped him up, though.
Yeah, but LeBron and Mike, they didn't win anything at that age yet. You know
when
what I'm
he's
saying?
playing good,
you got to take your lumps.
When he's playing good, they hype him up. When he's playing bad, guess what? You gonna get the brunt of the you gonna get the brunt of it. I'm sorry, what
brunt
they
of
say.
the blame, but not tear him down. He's still a young player. He hasn't even hit his prime yet. You know what I'm saying?
He was the one walking through L.A. talking all that shit, acting like he was him. Oh yeah, when they beat L.A., he walked through L.A. acting like he was God.
The thing is, though, even after losing the OKC series, he can still walk through L.A. like that because he still did that to L.A.
Walk through OKC like that though.
Yeah. But who walks through OKC?
That's what I'm saying. Walk
no
through
one goes
OKC
to Oklahoma.
like that.
No one goes to Oklahoma.
I mean,
but
he
like I said, but he's a young player. It's not like it's a bad thing that he hasn't won a championship right now. Like I said, look at the age of LeBron and Mike when they won it. You got to take your lumps.
I just don't think that they should talk about him the way they do if he's doing that. That's all I'm saying. You can't have the good without the bad. It goes both ways.
But you also got to take your lumps before you can get that sweet.
He's a beast
championship.
But he definitely didn't show up in the Western Conference Finals.
They got outplayed by a better team. OKC is the number 1 ranked defensive team in the NBA, and on top of that, they have the MVP, and they're one of the top 10 in scoring.
They said he can take down the old heads, but when it gets to players his age, he ain't with it. He can't take them down. He ain't good at talent on his level. That's what they're saying.
Who's the
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And it would have been amazing if Minnesota won, but you're talking about an Oklahoma City team that had the 7th best record in NBA history, the best record in NBA this year.
And they young.
Hey, we're going to get some gift cards. Now that you say that, we're going to get some gift cards, and we're going to get you right, Spencer.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
You very much.
We're going to get you a $13 gift card to Club Raj.
I'll just take you out to dinner, Spencer. I'll just take you out there, man. We'll go to B-Dub.
Wing Wednesday.
Yeah, I ain't seen you in a while, man.
You can come with us on next Wing Wednesday. We got you, bro.
we'll buy your wings.
Yeah.
We doing Club Raj, ain't we, next Wing Wednesday?
Hey, if they still got
I don't
them.
want to step foot in Club Raj, man. I am good.
Shit.
I heard they got a mean seafood boil in
I
there,
am
motherfucker.
good. Man, I'd rather go to Tea House in Sandusky if we're going to do
Tell
all
me
that.
some more about OKC.
And so, like I said, OKC's the number 1 ranked defense. They have the MVP in Shai. They had the 7th best record in NBA history, not 7th best record out of any team this year in the NBA history. So they were a team that was supposed to be here and supposed to win, but the way they've fell short in the last couple of years in the playoffs, we were saying, can they get over the hump? And they used Ant-Man as that hump, and they beat him down like he stole something. Ain't no way around it.
I figured Denver was the only team that had a chance to beat him, and they took him to 7, but they couldn't pull it off.
And that's only because Denver, like you said, they're a championship team. They've already won it. Most of that core team has already won one before.
They have a superstar, and they're a well put together team as well. So
yeah, because I was riding toward Denver and both LA teams, more of the veteran laden teams, but it looked like the younger team showed up in Minnesota and OKC, but OKC was the better of the younger teams.
Well, think about it in Eastern Conference too. I mean, you got 2 teams that are basically they're pretty young.
Yeah, the Knicks haven't been to the Eastern Conference Finals in 25 years too. So you have a fan base in New York that they're dying for a meaningful basketball game. They're dying for meaningful basketball games. They're dying for an NBA Finals, but I don't think they're gonna make it. They're at right now. What is it? 3-2 Indiana.
Spencer said John's last experience at Cloud Lodge wasn't that great.
Nah, I don't go to the
that's why he
rides,
talking about he don't
man.
go no more. He had a bad experience.
Hey, tell us about it. Let's talk about it.
Him had a bad experience.
I'm just saying, it wasn't nothing that I wanted to
so
see.
You was the guy that the crab jumped in your eye?
Hell no.
You wasn't that guy?
I was already told about that before I went, and I almost wore safety glasses in that bit. But after I was told that, I definitely realized why.
It's something special. We shot pool in there this year, but the girls weren't available.
What's
that
happening?
Day.
Checking in. What's happening?
Good with it,
What
Mike?
up,
God
Mike?
was good
We
with it, baby.
appreciate you joining us
Come
tonight,
on.
man. It's Friday
Always.
night fun
Come
with
on.
the fellas. You know what I mean?
You already know what's going on. It's bar talk, baby. Come
Yeah,
on.
we doing
Pull up a
this.
stool and talk that shit with us.
So Oklahoma City ended up pulling that one off. They already in a championship waiting. I still think the Knicks have a shot at this, man.
So it was 3-1 going into yesterday. The Knicks, they ran away with that game early. They built a big lead, and they just held on to it and never let Indiana back in that game.
And we have to remember the Knicks got to win one on the road, and then they're back in New York.
Yeah.
So that's the mecca of basketball. I know they haven't been that great at home. They're actually better on the road this year in the playoffs. So I think they get that, and we see a game 7.
That's what I was gonna say. The only thing that sucks is the road teams have been the one winning these games. That was let's see, Indiana's won one at home, and New York has won 1 at home.
Yeah.
And when New York played us in that series, they lost 2 at home.
Oh yeah.
So for some reason they don't play very well in New York, but they did last night. And so what they say, Alexa, play Jackson 5. We're going back to Indiana. You know what I'm saying? We're going back to Indiana for Game 6. We're gonna see if Halliburton can show up and be the Tyrese that he's been, or
he cooked my shit last night.
Tyrese.
So I don't know.
He didn't show up at all. Like I don't know what happened.
I don't get
like
it.
the first game that they let his dad come back and watch the games, he had like a 30-something point
Dude
triple
went
double.
off.
He needed 1 rebound at halftime to have a 20-something point triple double. He just had like a monumental game, and then this one he just fizzled. I don't know what happened.
It was horrible. Like, I don't get it. It's because he was on my parlay, though. That's why. I'll guarantee it. He cooked it.
And if you watch Indiana, if you pay attention to these playoffs, they're a running gun team. They're just always they live off steals, turnovers, and just fast break points. And last night, I think at halftime they had like 4 fast break points. They just played a complete different style of basketball. I don't understand what was going on with them. I don't know if they were tired, but there's no way they're tired. They're playing 10 people a game. They rotate 9, 10 people in. So I don't know what it was. I don't know if the environment was too big, if the moment was too big. But they can't have too many more of those. Or if you're gonna look up, it's gonna be a Knicks series.
Yeah,
they finally gonna be.
Like I said,
I
I think the Knicks might pull this next one off on the road and then end up back in New York.
If they win the one in Indiana, it's over.
I'm not gonna sit here and say they're gonna win it, but I do think they get it to a game 7 and we get a.
If we go to game 7, I favor the Knicks. I picked the Pacers to win the series, but if it goes to 7 in New York, I favor the Knicks.
Yeah.
Because the one thing about this, ratings are everything. How heavy are the ratings going to be for an Oklahoma City versus Indiana game? 2 smaller market teams.
Honestly, the ratings for TV wise will be fine. The revenue, I mean, yeah, I don't see that. No, people love the NBA. If you
love
watch
the NBA,
but they
love certain teams and certain matchups. And like the smaller market teams just don't bring the crowd like they usually do for like for the people that don't
crowd to the stadium. No,
not to the stadium, just to watch the games. The people that aren't really into basketball like that. Like people that watch it but don't watch it, like, oh, LeBron's in the championship. Okay, I'm gonna watch that whole series.
I think
you
with
know what
gambling,
I mean? Curry's in it. I'm gonna watch that whole series.
I think with gambling as hot as it's become, though,
that's gonna help
I
it stay
actually
relevant.
believe that people will still be watching.
Yeah, you're right.
Even
about
if
that.
they don't
the gambling
have a
aspect.
horse in the race, because they're their fan base
for the states where it's legal. For the states where it's
Yes.
legal.
I do believe that there will be a definite viewership just for the simple fact of that. I'll be watching, and I don't care for either team if it was that.
I'm definitely going to be tuned in, but I just know that the NBA would love to have a larger market team like New York in there, especially a team that hasn't been there in a while. So I hope the Pacers just keep playing ball and do not look back, because as soon as you look back, they going to pass you. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
Keep playing ball. Halliburton, do what you do. You know what I'm saying? If not, then I'm going to have to see freaking Karl Anthony Towns in another. I cannot see him in the championship, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I could stand watching him in a championship series. I don't think I can take him no more. I don't know if it's just me, or I don't know if I'm still bitter over the Detroit series, but I don't know. He's just annoying. Do you pay attention to him out there? He's just too much. He just a little too. I ain't gonna say, you know what I'm talking about. You know that one sauce they got at Burger King? That one sauce that come with your onion rings?
Oh, the Bronco. No, what is that?
The zesty sauce.
Zesty.
That sauce, yeah. He had a little too much zesty sauce, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to keep pulling for the Pacers. Hopefully they can pull it out. Game 6 is it tomorrow? I think they're only doing 1 day off in between.
Yes.
Game 6 tomorrow in Indiana. Good luck to both teams.
Just so you know, though, this is huge for Oklahoma City because them getting the rest they're going to get and the East.
They wanted to go
playing,
7 games.
Yes, believe me, they want to see 7 games, so they got the advantage.
But you got to think about it too, though, because remember, Oklahoma City went 7 games with who was it? Denver. The series before this. And remember, Minnesota had almost a week's worth of rest, and so Minnesota came in well rested, and OKC came in tired, but they were on a roll from already winning. You feel me?
Yeah.
And OKC ended up winning that series. So
they
sometimes
play defense.
Yeah.
Shit.
Sometimes too much rest can be a bad thing for you.
Defense always wins. I'm sorry, but if a team can't score, they can't beat you.
But one thing I didn't know about this coach, OKC's coach, the first 2 years that he coached there, he won like 22 games, and the next year he won like 25 games. And then
him.
You're talking about monumental leaps in the next 2 years. That's insane. I don't even know where they found him from, but they definitely have a good one in him. For him to go 22, 25, next you're talking about 3 years later to have the 7th best record in NBA history, that's insane. Like I don't know where they got him from, but obviously he's a good coach. Big shout out to OKC. They doing big things. You know what I'm saying? The Thunder have never won a championship, so it's nice to see new blood in there. Have the Pacers ever won one? I don't think they have. I've never in my life heard of the Pacers winning a championship.
No, Pacers don't have none.
So imagine 2 teams in there that haven't won, so I guess that would add a different factor. So that would give people something to view and something to watch.
Yes.
All right, let me get my first question in.
Big shout out to Big Money Grip in the building. You already know what the fuck going on. Big Bro in this. Yeah.
Hey. Are the Pacers slept on or just right place, right time team right in the East, collapse?
They slept on like a Posturepedic mattress. Everybody sleep on the Pacers.
Would they stand a chance against OKC in the finals?
Honestly, yes.
See, I was having this debate. I can't even remember who I was arguing with about this a couple of days ago. But it all depends because they play, like I said, they play 9, 10 people. So if they can run nonstop like they do and try to tire them out, they might have a chance.
Put it this way. The team I thought had a chance to beat Oklahoma City was Cleveland. And who beat Cleveland? Indiana. Yeah. I didn't expect it, but it happened. So I'm not going to take anything away from Indiana and say they don't have a chance to play with. It all depends on how they play defense.
And Indiana's path here wasn't easy. They knocked out Giannis Antetokounmpo in the first round in the Milwaukee Bucks. Like you said, they've also knocked off the Cleveland Cavs. They've knocked off the Boston Celtics. So you're talking about they knocked off some really good teams too.
Really good teams.
So yeah, you can't sleep on these Pacers. But I don't know. It just seems like OKC is a team of destiny this year. Obviously, I'm going to be cheering from the Pacers because we're from the Midwest. So I'm going to cheer for the Eastern Conference team unless it's the Knicks.
I'll be cheering for my parlays. I ain't worried about either team. I'll be cheering for my parlays, and that's it. If you're on my parlay, I'll cheer for you.
I'm gonna be cheering for the Pacers. Teams. I ain't gonna lie. I hate the Pacers. I'm always gonna pick a team
because the Pistons and the Pacers are rivals, and that's why I can never root for the Pacers. I remember the Malice in the Palace. Yeah, but I'll never forget.
I can't call a team my rival that ain't never won no championship. I ain't gonna give them a rival. I ain't even gonna give them that much. You know what I'm saying? Attention to call them a rival. You know what I'm saying? They more like a stepson.
Oh, Grip, you in Chicago? Nice. I hope you enjoy.
Oh yeah, you in the Shy. I'm glad y'all made it there safe. Yeah, I forgot you told me he was going to the comedy show there earlier.
Yeah,
that's a good time up in Chicago, man. Enjoy that.
Oh yeah, the Shy nice. You know what I'm saying? Just
don't forget to get your playbook ready.
Stay dangerous.
Yeah. Get your playbook ready.
No, I talked to him in to come coach with me.
Oh, y'all coaching? Is it tackle or flag?
Some flag.
Oh yeah,
for a tournament.
Yeah,
nice.
Come on.
All right.
We love coaching the kids. Come on.
If OKC wins the chip, does this kill the "you need a super team to win" myth once and for all? Or did they just catch everybody slipping this year?
Honestly, we was looking at something a couple weeks ago, and I did not notice, but when Oklahoma City traded Paul George away, they got a plethora of first-round picks.
And Shy.
For this guy. And Shy Gilgeous-Alexander.
Like 4 first-round picks.
So they literally have built a team through the draft.
Yeah.
And around Shy, basically. And that is this young team that we're seeing do this, just so you know. They definitely... I can't call them a super team, but they've drafted a lot of high draft picks, just to be honest.
This GM here doesn't get enough credit for the work that he's done. Like you said, he fleeced the Clippers. You're talking about trading Shy for Paul George, and you get like 4 first-round picks on top of that.
Unbelievable.
And then you go out and you draft Jalen Williams. Like you said, these are their guys. The only guy they brought in really was Hartenstein. They brought him as a free agent acquisition.
Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, both
they drafted these guys. You feel me? So these are in-house talent. And so
Is
So-
Shy now officially a 5 player? in the
Absolutely.
Right
league?
now,
MVP.
Above
I might
Luka
top
and them?
3.
Absolutely.
Tatum, Steph?
MVP. He's number 1 this
Really?
year.
I might top
This
3.
year, Josh, he's number 1.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
I might top
Or is
3.
he just one hot
If
playoff run?
all time, he's not there yet.
No,
No,
yeah, not all
not
time
all
yet.
time, but this year for sure.
But
MVP.
like we said, he's been deserving of the MVP any of the last 3 years. Like I said, Jokic was also deserving of him, so we're not going to take any credit away from Jokic. But the man, Shy averaged 30 points 3 years in a row. That's insane to do in the NBA. That's crazy.
If you watch him, Josh, it's almost like he can take it to the hole anytime he wants. It's weird.
He's really a throwback player because in a day and age where everybody's just hoisting up 3-pointers, when we got caught up in this whole Splash Brothers thing, he actually shoots the mid-range jumper.
He's
Like,
got it.
Shy might drop 35 points and he only shot 2 threes the whole game. You feel me?
Yeah.
Everything he does is mid-range into the basket. He's so smooth to watch. It's actually a pleasure to watch.
I watch. He'll take people to the hole. He'll have 3 guys in front of him and still make the layup. It don't make no sense.
Another
He just has very good body control and he knows where to put that ball off the glass.
and a little interesting thing too. His cousin actually played for the Minnesota Timberwolves, so he actually just knocked his cousin out the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Because they were playing to see who goes to champion. His cousin is Nikhil Alexander Walker. They're both from Canada.
I was hoping to get more out of that series, man. I was disappointed.
Me
It only
too.
went
I
5
can't believe
games.
Minnesota. I'm definitely gonna put it on Ant-Man, but I'm gonna put it on Randall too.
Damn.
And Gobert. How are you 7-3 and you're averaging like 5
Gobert-
points a game, bro?
Gobert was terrible the whole playoffs.
But
though.
he
it didn't shock anybody when he
He
went
should
off.
dunk the ball at least 5 times a game. That's 10 points.
Absolutely.
5 dunks is 10 points.
You don't even barely have to jump.
You know what I mean? That's crazy for someone 7'3" to average 5 points
Hop
a game.
hop step,
That's
dunk.
crazy work. They definitely might need to start by getting him out of there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't got enough body control to catch the ball down there and just put
dunk
it up,
yeah.
come on, man.
It don't make no
That's
sense.
a good one right here. With this OKC team even surviving the 90s NBA.
This OKC team?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one can.
Yeah.
Because they actually
Are
play defense.
we overhyping them because
Well,
of
I'll
today's soft defense?
I'll tell you like this. I don't know if they would be able to contend with any of them old school centers.
Yeah. Because
That's
they don't
where they
have
would
they don't have the
lack.
big men. That's where they're lacking. 'Cause-
If Shaq backed into Chet Holmgren once, man, Chet Holmgren might crumble.
Yeah, because Chet Holmgren, he's 7 foot something, but he also
Break in
looks
half.
like he weighs 130. You feel
Yeah,
me?
he'd break in half.
So Hartenstein's really their only true center on the team, and he's not like a huge center. But the only reason I think that they can play with those teams, like I said, because they play defense, their defense to offense transition so smooth. You know what I'm saying? They force so many turnovers. They're just really good at all facets of the game.
It'd be interesting, but yeah, because they play the defense that the old school teams used to play.
Because that's what I was thinking to myself earlier. They really remind me of those '90s Bulls teams.
Yeah.
Because think about it, when we watch this whole Warriors, we've been a part of this whole little Warriors run they had. They weren't playing any defense, bro.
No,
They just run around chucking up threes. You feel me?
and beat teams, but by just scoring more.
You know what I mean? So it's been a very long time since we watched a team that actually took pride in defense, was one of the better defensive teams, and still could score and still had scorers and an MVP type player. So like I would compare them really to those '90s Bulls teams for real. So and like I said, they had the 7th best record in NBA history.
Wow.
So you have to give them credit. Yeah.
Go ahead and give us some likes so we get our show pushed to the algorithm. We had to restart the show.
Make sure y'all
So
like,
go ahead and
share,
like,
subscribe.
While we got everybody in here right now, we got some folks in here. Go ahead and hit this like button for us. Help us push this live stream out. All right.
I thought
So
you were gonna hit the salt and pepper once you said push it. You had to go.
Man.
Push it.
Push it
Push
real
it.
good.
Hey, yo, baby, yo, yeah, why don't you come give me a kiss? Better make it loud. Get pissed.
That was my shit.
I remember my mom and my TT went to a concert there. They came back all lit. It was in Toledo, all faded with t-shirts and shit. They must have had too much fun that night. I promise you. I remember when they came in, they was lit. Had their
Think
little
about
t-shirts
anywhere
on.
we go. You know what I mean? Lit.
Push it good. Yeah, they definitely had a good one though.
Who's that? Morant?
Ja Morant, Ja the one.
All right. Who's better, Jalen or Ja?
Jalen. Who Jalen?
Gilchrist.
Brunson?
Oh, Brunson or Ja?
Yeah. Who's
Right
better?
now, you gotta give it to Brunson.
Yeah,
Brunson?
Brunson. Yeah. Ja's more exciting to watch if you want to see like the dunks and the highlight layups and the up and unders and all that. But Brunson gonna get straight to it.
Yeah.
You feel me? Ain't nothing fancy.
Brunson, who I would want to have the ball if my team was down 2 at the end of the game.
And he won Clutch Player of the Year, and we see he won it for a reason. You feel me? Yeah, like you said, when the game's on the line, you know that he's either gonna make the shot or he's gonna get to the free throw line with opportunity to make the shots. You feel me?
Absolutely.
So yeah, if I'm going Brunson or Ja at this stage, I'm definitely going Brunson. More exciting player, Ja. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see the highlights and shit, but the more efficient player, Brunson.
Yeah,
and that's
I'll
why he
give
was.
you that.
That's why he was the Gatorade Clutch Player of the Year this year. So
All right, here's another one we got, Brian. Who's this? Carl Anthony.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay, has he proven, or is he soft again, or did he earn some real, respect in this postseason?
I know he gets that soft moniker because he tends to shoot more threes for a big man. A lot of we're old school, so we're used to the big men banging underneath, elbows, dunking on people, doing the dirty work. And so he's more of a finesse center, but I wouldn't necessarily call him soft just because he plays more of a finesse game.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Now, are some of his mannerisms kind of soft? Yeah, but I wouldn't call him soft. He's a big imposing player.
It's crazy because he's so tall, and when he shoots his three, it looks like it comes off so
butter.
quick, man.
Yeah, he's got a quick release.
Like it's nuts.
He's a center
for
who's
a
won the
center.
3-point shootout.
Yeah,
He won the 3-point contest one year as a center.
as a center.
Okay.
So since he shoots the three, people give him that moniker of being soft. But I wouldn't technically call him soft.
soft.
I wouldn't run
You
up
don't
on
want
him.
to back nobody down.
He a big boy. I wouldn't run
He
up on him.
got sugar tendencies, but that's about it, man.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say anything else more than that.
Sweet
but
feet.
Sweet.
He definitely got sweet tendencies.
All right, here's another one. Is the NBA Finals less exciting without LeBron, Steph, or what's his name, Giannis?
Giannis.
For like I said, for
Giannis,
people that
or
don't
is
really,
this exactly what the league needs? Does this era hit the same without the legends?
for people that don't really watch the game like that, it's not going to be as exciting when they look up. They don't see Giannis, they don't see LeBron, they don't see Luka, they don't see KD and Steph and those guys. But for people that really are into the game, it should be a good thing to see a breath of fresh air and see new teams there. You feel me? We got 4 teams there that we haven't seen there in a while. You know what I mean? Well,
I've always
3
been
now.
like this. If my team ain't in it, I could care less about it anyway. I don't care if LeBron, Giannis, any of them are in it. If my team ain't in it, I don't care. Now with betting, I'll actually watch because, again, I'll have parlays put in. But I don't really care about any sport if my team ain't in the final. You know what I mean?
In most sports, except for obviously college football, my teams aren't that good. So I still care, even though when the playoffs and championships come around, I still care because my teams don't be there. So I got to still care. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I mean? I still love the game,
No,
baby.
you can watch, but you don't have to care. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't going to go to bed pissed off if the Pacers
no.
lose. You see what I'm saying?
You just want to see a good
so
game.
you don't care. You know, you
Yeah,
just
you're not
watch.
pissed
emotionally
off when you lose
emotionally
your parlay,
vested into
though.
it. Yeah.
I'm
You got a
definitely
point
pissed
there.
off when I lose my parlay.
So you got a point there,
You're
yeah.
gonna be pissed off.
I'm mad at whatever guy screwed my parlay up.
It's better to be pissed off than pissed on, ain't that what they say?
You're still gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. You got a point there, Josh.
Yeah, that bet's something serious.
Yeah, so a parlay will still piss you off. You be like, damn, I wanted so-and-so to win. They won, but that motherfucker cooked my parlay. Fuck him. You already know how that shit go.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's always one guy at night. Like you said, look, a couple games ago, Julius Randle scored like 5 points, bro, and played like 35 minutes. It's insane. There's always just that one guy that's going to get you every time.
All right, let's go ahead and switch gears over to the NFL. Let's talk about some headlines.
Foosball?
Yeah, let's talk some NFL.
Foosball?
Let's go ahead and take a break, though. Let everybody know to tap in with us.
Make sure you like, make sure
YouTube.
you share, subscribe. We're on YouTube and
All
Facebook
that.
today. No Twitch today.
No
So we're on
today.
YouTube and Facebook today. Make
Yeah.
sure you go to both of those pages. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Even if you can't watch it live, go ahead and watch the replay and run it back like a running back. I always say like Nick Chubb, but there's no more Nick Chubb in Cleveland. So we're going to say like Quinshon Judkins and Dylan Sampson. You feel me?
Yeah.
Come on. We ready for some new blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a tough pill to swallow, but I'm ready to see something new. You know what I mean?
All right, we're gonna talk a little Aaron Rodgers. You think he's pulling up in Pittsburgh or what?
It depends. Right now he's probably somewhere on the retreat, high on shrooms. You know what I'm talking about? Get in touch with his inner person. You know what I mean? But when
I
he
see it
comes
like
back
this.
down, he's probably gonna make his decision.
Even if they do get him, it's not like he's going to have a lot of time to learn the system and shit. I don't understand why he's waiting so long.
And
That's
he
a
must
question
not
I
want to
have.
play.
That's a question I was
Yeah.
gonna ask. I mean,
He's
if
wasting
they
time.
if they do take him, does it really make him a Super Bowl team?
no,
Ever.
and it's not like they're getting
Yeah.
23-year-old Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers or 25-year-old Aaron Rodgers. He's washed.
So why are they so like?
Infatuated.
Because they
Yeah.
have Mason
Because they
Rudolph
have Mason.
as a
That's what I was about
starter.
to say. Because they have Mason Rudolph. I was about to say the same exact thing. If Mason Rudolph was your starting quarterback right now, you'd be infatuated with anything.
I think Kenny Pickett might go back that way.
I don't.
They need a
I
quarterback.
wish. But that's why we were so hype about having 2 draft picks at quarterback because we didn't have anything special there.
Yeah, and if you ain't got none, bring in as many as you can. You feel me? Till you try, hopefully find one. You know what I mean? But I don't think little hands is it. You know what I mean? I think it pretty much, like I said, my opinion has always been that it's come down to the two vets, whichever vet.
We'll get to that. You're skipping way ahead of us. We're still talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers definitely is. I mean, he's not going to be that good even if he does sign. I don't think so, at least.
No?
Not at all.
I mean,
you got to have time to work with your team.
I mean, but he's
you got
a
to have time
gunslinger.
to. It don't matter. Bullshit.
He's a gunslinger, right? He goes
for,
out
for
there
the people
and
that
handling his
believe that?
business.
Where?
I mean, ain't that what
I
he,
ain't seen
that's
him
what
do
he
that.
wants?
I ain't seen him do that in years.
But ain't that what he wants? The money, though? Ain't that what he's asking? Like,
of course, everybody wants money, but don't mean he's a gunslinger now.
But he's making himself out to be that, though.
He might be a chug slinger, like he might be able to drink some shit, but yeah, he ain't no fucking gunslinger anymore. I don't believe that.
So
he ain't do shit
what
with New York.
is he
and
waiting
they have
on?
receivers.
What is he waiting on?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't get it.
Is he waiting like on some receivers, or is he waiting on?
They got
player?
DK Metcalf. They did lose George Pickens, but they got DK Metcalf, so there ain't no reason he should. Yeah, there's a receiver there, but they don't have a plethora of receivers.
So are they like holding him hostage then? You know,
Honestly,
are they? You know, for
honestly, he might. Yeah,
are they done for banking on a 40-year-old QB? Like
he might not even sign with a team. Shit, I don't know. I don't know that he will.
Yeah, he could just choose retirement.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, it's not like he ain't got enough money.
Rodgers or Kenny Pickett 2.0.
You talking about on our team?
No, if you was the Steelers. If it came down to the last week before we go into really buckling down, trying to find.
They would go Rodgers so that they don't look like they tucked their tail between their legs and made a bad decision getting rid of Pickett.
No one wants to double back down. It's like getting divorced and marrying the same girl again.
We just did it with Flacco, though.
I know. I was gonna say we just did it,
and it happens in real life too, though.
That's what I'm saying. I honestly, I
wouldn't
feel like
suggest it though.
We could probably get some draft picks off of them.
Not at all.
If they really needed a quarterback.
If somebody really needed a quarterback, like let's say Minnesota starts the season, second game, McCarthy
what do we
gets
give
hurt.
up for him? A fifth?
We'll end up with a sixth.
I'm saying we might get a seventh.
Depends how somebody's desperate. How desperate somebody is.
We might get a
I mean,
seventh.
we keep the quarterback room we have, and someone gets desperate. I hope to God we can get rid of Deshaun and give them him, and somebody makes that move.
Okay,
that'd be great.
We got a comment. Go ahead.
Just because he's a dog, don't mean he can't
OG.
Just jump in and jive with a new team, new plays, and a new program. Talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
He's saying just because he's older don't mean he can just show up.
No, that's why. If he was
going to
do this,
and play,
he should have did it so he can learn the playbook, learn his teammates, talk to them, figure out what they like, have dinner with them a couple times. Do you get what I'm saying? Like gel with the team.
It's crazy though. He thinks like this though.
Yeah.
Like
and like
I'll play when I want to play.
But like even for like Flacco, like he knows the system already. At least you feel me. Like if Rodgers was to go to Pittsburgh, he knows nothing about the
they're
system.
going to have to basically set their offense up for a system that he knows.
And it'd be a crash course, like literally cramming, trying to get the playbook together.
They know Pickett already ran that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I would love that, but
if
I
we
just
can
don't
get
see him
anything
doing
for
it.
any quarterback on our roster besides Gabriel and Shedeur, do it. If you can get anything for Flacco or Pickett, do it.
I think, yeah.
So if you get anything for either of the
That's
vets,
what sucks, though, is I guarantee one of them guys start.
Yeah.
They ain't starting no rookie.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So I have a feeling Pickett starts the year.
A lot of people
I really
saying
do.
That seems like it's the consensus coming out of Cleveland as of now, though.
I see, the young boy Mason Graham made an impact finally.
Oh yeah,
at the OTAs.
Yeah, he's a blue chip player. I think was either a 4 or 5 star recruit. He's the real deal. Like I said,
I just seen
Rodgers is all system. That's what Cash said.
Yeah,
welcome to the show, Cash.
He did his best work under whose buddy he just got fired. He had him come back. He come to the Jets and they got rid of him. His offensive coordinator.
Yeah, he got mad at him, huh?
Yeah,
he got him fired.
Yeah, he got him to come back there because that was his offensive coordinator from Green Bay. Then he got him there and got him fired out the gate, like quick, like super quick type shit. Like, damn, that was your man's, and you got him like. He don't even talk to his own parents. I don't know if y'all know anything about Aaron Rodgers personally. Like he don't even talk to his family.
I think it's just crazy that he thinks he could just hold out until the last minute.
Well, think about that. You talking about, like I said, you talking about a guy who don't even talk to any of his family, so he thinks he can just everything revolves around him. You feel me?
Yeah.
Something's
like, wrong with him.
So he's like, if I want to play football, I'll let you guys know around like 4th of July. Or
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. that's fucked up
That's kinda
because
crazy.
you got that team waiting. Like
In
we,
limbo.
we got teams right now. We got 7-on-7s going. You
Yeah,
know?
Bradshaw was on his ass.
Yeah.
Bradshaw said he don't understand what the Steelers' infatuation is with him. He said, "Fuck him, let him go." He said
Yeah.
he's somewhere high on mushrooms, somewhere doing this and that. He said
I don't get it. Why do they want him?
it ain't like we seen him hoist a trophy up a bunch of times.
No.
Like I
Josh,
said,
again,
he's
they
won
have
one
Mason.
championship.
They have Mason Rudolph as a starting
But
quarterback.
there's other.
I would
NFL
take
quarterbacks.
anybody else besides him. Anybody else. I'd
Besides
start a
Mason?
rookie. In fact, they should go with Howard to start the year.
Yeah,
I
the boy
forgot
from
they
Ohio
got Howard.
State,
Yeah,
right?
they should start him over. Yeah, I don't get it. Believe me.
Will Howard.
Yeah, why not? I mean, just
I
because he's a
mean,
rookie, don't.
at
I've
this
seen
point,
rookies start before.
If I come out and it's between Mason, Rudolph, and Howard, and Rodgers doesn't sign, I would rather much go with the rookie.
I'm just
You
saying.
know who Mason Rudolph is. It's not like he's coming back. Like I said, and that's kind of the even what we said about Pickett going back to Pittsburgh. Rudolph just came back. You feel me? So they kind of just double back down. You know what I'm saying?
I honestly don't want Will Howard to start because I want to be able to dog Pittsburgh both games this year.
You don't want Howard to even get him any kind of breath of fresh
I
air,
already know.
any hope.
I already know how that'll go.
You don't
man.
want him to give
Man,
him any
you
hope.
think you think he'll show up like Ben Roethlisberger did?
He's gonna be their next Ben Roethlisberger. Trust me.
You think?
Trust me.
That's why I wanted him, man. For real, I thought he looked.
You
like
talking
a
about
big
6'4"? He can move around. He's got a live arm. So like I said, the talent is there. If they can mold him into a Big Ben, that would be one of the worst case scenarios for the Browns. So I'm hoping he falls flat on his face. You know what I'm saying?
Even being a Buckeyes fan, huh? When it comes
Even
to
being a
the-
Buckeye
yeah.
fan, I hope he falls flat on his face.
In that predicament, yeah.
Yeah, if he goes anywhere else, I cheer for him. Hope he has a good career. He went to Pittsburgh. There's no way I can do that. You know what I'm saying? I hope he falls flat on his face, ends up being a huge bust. And they're like, oh, his national championships are only because he had good players around him. He was horrible.
Did y'all get a chance to see the video of Stephon Diggs?
With the pink substance?
The white substance. He's
No,
It was pink.
somebody said it was white.
No,
It's like
white
pink.
powder.
it showed.
I mean,
Pink powder.
It showed on a something that somebody must have made it up, but it said Stephon Diggs, like his Instagram or whatever. And it said, "Damn, you can't even pass a girl Coke on a boat anymore. The NFL's getting soft."
Cash says he's not Big Ben at all.
I ain't seeing
Will?
Cash's, I ain't seeing Cash's comments for some reason.
I feel like
He's like a great value Big Ben.
yeah. I mean, he has
He's
the
like the
tendencies.
Aldi's version of Big Ben. You know what I mean?
I didn't respect the dude until I seen that playoff run, and when I seen him when the time counted, that boy showed up and showed out.
Yeah. Like I said, he's like a great value Big Ben. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even think about it, Big Ben
But
played
that's
at
the
Miami
thing
of
is-
Ohio.
That's the thing, though, is we don't know until we get to see him.
Yeah, because that's
You know
what I was
what I
about to
mean?
say. Think about it. Big
He'll-
Ben played at Miami of Ohio, never played in any real big college football games, playing in the MAC conference. You know
He'll
what I'm
get to
saying?
develop, I think, in that system, and actually maybe start in a year or two.
You could be the back was one of the toughest little schools
The
leagues
MAC,
around.
yeah, MAC produces a lot of big time players. We
Yeah.
we took the MAC Player of the Year this year, Offensive Player
That's
of
what
the
I'm
Year,
saying. Yeah,
and Harold Fannin Jr.
I mean, Big Ben did his thing.
Yeah,
We seen it live in action.
Oh, I seen him play Ross. Shit.
Yeah, it was horrible.
light them up, lit them up
us.
like they stole something.
I can see the boy from Ohio State doing good things as long as they put him in that system.
He's got the intangibles.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
That's why I'd be
but-
like, man, I'd rather focus on the new and not even worry about Rodgers coming in. Like, we don't even need that.
I would prefer them to have Aaron Rodgers.
Where
bro.
did Russ go?
Giants? Him and
Jameis.
Jameis.
and they drafted Dart. They got a decent quarterback room in New York right now, and they still got buddy from last year. What's his name? The actually dude that started last year.
And that's the thing I'm saying. But they keep arguing why the Browns got so many quarterbacks. The quarterback room is too crowded. This man, Giants, like you said, they signed Jameis, signed Russ, and went out and drafted somebody, and already have the
Joe
the
gonna
DeVito.
jump in just in time to say, how did he look against Michigan? He looked great in the national championship. I know that much.
We over here giving Mason Graham credit. He gonna try to take
Yeah.
a shot at us. You know what I'm saying? We just giving a Wolverine credit.
Yeah.
Just because he plays for a real team now. You know what I'm saying? We just giving him the credit that he deserves.
And yeah, he didn't look that great against Michigan. He definitely he definitely didn't look great at all.
I wouldn't even put it on him. I think really Chip panicked that game.
Yeah.
It seemed more like Chip Kelly and the play calling panicked that game. They were playing more not to lose than to win.
I get
That's
it,
what
but
I feel like
Yeah,
it
they played
was.
aggressive against everybody all year, but that game they were playing not to lose.
we'll have to see what happens going forward without Chip. See what something changes this year. It's
Shit.
got to.
As long as
See
we win
that,
another chip, I'll take it.
Kelce dropped rankings from what they call the PFF.
PFF, that's my
Yeah.
shit. PFF.
They dropped his rankings.
As they should. He's getting older.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He's not the same Travis Kelce.
He's
Yeah.
just surviving off of the Taylor Swift clout.
At age is undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we're glad to have him, Joe. Trust me. We are glad to have Mason Graham as a Cleveland Brown. I'll take
I
it.
can't wait.
He's a demon in the middle.
He's
I
going to
can't
look
wait to see
real
that.
good next to Myles Garrett. Trust me.
Yeah, and big shout out to Fat Joe for tuning in too. But Mason Graham's going to be a demon. I never wanted to admit that he was talented when he played at Michigan just because he wanted everybody to know that he hated Ohio State.
Yeah.
Anybody
made
that,
it clear.
anybody that would listen to him, he wanted
But
to tell you
honestly,
that he beat
if
Ohio State.
I was a Michigan fan, I'd feel the same way. Like
Yeah.
I would talk like that. And as Ohio State fans, we talk like that.
And so now that he's
So
on
it is
my
what it
side,
is.
I want to hear him talking about Pittsburgh and Baltimore like
Yeah.
that. You feel me?
Yeah, do that.
So I'm behind him all the way. You know what I mean? Big, tough, physical D tackle. You know, the one thing we haven't done since 1999, obviously, is we haven't won a Super Bowl, but we haven't stopped the run.
No.
That's been the consistent every year. We haven't stopped the run. We had one good year against the run, and that was 2 years
Yeah, I
ago.
was gonna say 1 year was 3.
Yeah.
And run defense.
And that was that 2 years ago. Other than that, we
Yeah.
haven't been able to stop the run since 99.
I have high hopes for our defense this year, getting back into that top 10. Honestly, I do.
I mean,
I think
all the
we're-
key players are still there.
I think that our secondary's strong. I think that our defensive line is going to be even stronger. The secondary is what gives that defensive line time to get to the quarterback. I just believe that we're going to have a top 10 defense.
And with the better pass rush, the secondary doesn't have to cover as long, so they kind of feed off each other. So, like you said, it should be just hand in hand. It should be, I think, right back in the saddle. I don't know if the offense is going to look like that. Could be shaky, but I have faith in the defense going forward this year.
Yeah. Honestly, I can't wait to see it. I mean, of course, every Browns fan's always hype about the season, but I just really do think that this defense will be. I don't know how the offense will look. I'm still kind of sketchy on that, but the defense, I believe, is going to be raw.
But you know, every year there's 32 fan bases that feel like this is the year for their team, and you know, in
absolutely.
actuality, there's like 6 of the fan base that really have a chance. You know what I'm saying?
The one fan base I think might get disappointed this year is the Minnesota Vikings.
They could take that step back.
Just because, I'm interested to see how McCarthy comes off this injury and how their offense looks. I know they got Justin Jefferson, but we need to see if them two can gel together.
Because
you know what I mean?
That transition from Darnold to McCarthy could be disastrous
Yeah,
if McCarthy
absolutely.
isn't at least a serviceable quarterback.
Yes. I mean, again, I'm
Like
not
if he's
saying that-
serviceable, cool. But
I didn't see enough from McCarthy in college to say that he'd be great in the NFL. I mean, he did what he had to do. He was on a good running team, so I
Yeah.
get it. He had 2 great backs behind him. Well, yeah, in Corum and Edwards that year. But honest to God, like I'm thinking that with this injury, he's gonna be skittish. He's
See,
gonna be worried.
and-
He's
and
gonna be
like-
worried about that re-injury. You know what I mean?
yeah, and numbers wise, obviously his numbers weren't there in college, but everyone's saying it's because the system he played in more of a pro style system, 2 tight end, run the ball first system. So they're
Yes.
saying that if he played in a more wide open spread system, his numbers would have been a lot different. And so they're banking on his talent and not his numbers. So it's gonna have to be a prove it year for him. You know what I'm saying?
Joe, I believe McCarthy is better than Darnold. I'm not going to say that, but I'm just worried about the injury and coming off of it again.
And
I didn't see enough from him in college to know if he's going to be able to get the ball to Justin Jefferson and Addison. I'm kind of anxious to see, but
And to be honest, most starting quarterbacks in NFL are better than Darnold. Darnold just happened to be in the perfect system for him last year. That's why I figured they would give him an extension and try to keep him in there because Darnold isn't a top 10 quarterback. He's not a top 5 quarterback. He just fit perfect in that system.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
It's like Brock Purdy and Shanahan's system in San Francisco. Purdy probably couldn't do that for any other NFL team, but in that system, he fits perfect for that system.
I seen people come off injuries and just not be the same person. I don't get it, but they're just not the same. They don't run the same. They don't move the same. They don't make the same moves. With him being a quarterback, hopefully this doesn't affect him. But if he gets hit one good time, and you never know.
But the one thing he does have on his side is youth. You know what I'm saying? With him being
he's
so
very
young.
young.
Yeah, these young players seem to heal like Wolverine these days. So he does have youth on his side. So if anybody should be able to come back from an injury like that, it should be a young player like him. I'm interested to see what he's got this year. Me personally, I don't think he's who everyone thinks he is.
No.
So I'm
And
interested
he's in a division that's very tough too, with the Lions and Packers. And honestly, the Bears should be taking a step forward this year as well. I don't know if they will, but I feel that the Bears might even be.
You got to remember, though, Joe, you said 70% passer in college in 27-1, but you got to remember the key word you said right there was in college. We've seen a lot of people light it up in college and not do anything in the pros. I'm not saying he can't do it, but until I see it, I'm going to err on the side of caution.
I mean, that 70-some completion percentage, I mean, I've seen that before.
Shedeur Sanders had a higher one this year.
I think Colt McCoy had a similar
Shedeur had like a 75% completion percentage.
That's what I'm
With
saying.
a horrible O-line.
I think Colt McCoy had a decent percentage in college.
Good
if
old
I'm not
Colt.
mistaken.
Good old Colt.
But it didn't
remember that hit he took
transition.
against Pittsburgh, bro? I thought he died on the field that day. You remember that
Oh,
game against
yeah.
Pittsburgh
Oh,
when
yeah.
his eyes were rolling in the back of his head and he was trying to get up and he just, I'm like, oh my God. Send the paddy wagon out for him. That was ugly. Good old Colt. He had a little squirt gun arm too, didn't he?
Yeah.
But he hung around. He played in the league for about 10 years.
Like I said, I'm interested to see what he does, but again, a tough division. And
But having Justin Jefferson definitely doesn't make things harder on you. You know what I'm saying? He definitely has one of the best receivers in the NFL. So if he's going to be the quarterback that they think he can be, he has the weapons there for him, especially with Addison too. Addison's one of the top number 2 receivers in the league. So he's got
Joe, when I
weapons.
say he didn't show me anything in college, I just mean passing wise. Like, I don't care if he threw 70.1%. What if he went 8 for 10? You get what I'm saying? That to me is not a stud in college.
He just didn't get as many opportunities.
If he goes 8 for 10 for 160 yards, I'm not going to be like, wow, that was a great performance. And then the running backs had 6 touchdowns behind him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I mean is I didn't see him go light it up in college. I seen him play good football, period.
Yeah.
I didn't see him light it up. I didn't see him be a superstar.
We saw him win a national championship.
Yeah,
though.
I did see him win a national
We seen him
championship.
hoist a trophy. Seen him
I didn't see him shine like that. Like
Yeah.
it was mostly I saw the running back shine a lot.
But you did see him do what you want to see quarterbacks do,
Yeah,
and that's
win
win
a
the big
ship.
games. Yeah, win the big games, and he did do that. So I can never take that away from him.
oh,
Just like
absolutely.
you can't never take it away from Big Willie style. You know, I'm talking about Will Howard. You know, I'm talking about
Right.
yeah.
That's the way to look at it though, is
Come on,
you
yeah.
know.
You can't take away what he was. We say you can't take away what we was, Shep. You can't take
Nah,
away what he
not
did.
at all.
But like you said, now it's the pros. So now we're gonna see what he got when he gets a chance to suit up this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the great quarterbacks in the pros that we've seen didn't have great college careers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a lot of them just had basic college
Some
careers.
people are late bloomers. Is Darnold a late bloomer? Or was he just in the right system? We'll see when he gets to Seattle this year.
That's what I'm saying is I don't think Darnold's that good either.
Me neither. I think it was just that system for real.
I think he shined with a good team, but
And
I want to know if McCarthy can keep the wheels rolling. That's what I'm kind of waiting to see.
or if the wheels gonna fall off.
Yeah.
It's definitely interesting to see. My juices are flowing for the NFL season.
Well, of
Yeah.
course, but we got some time left.
Yes, sir.
We don't want to get too hype yet.
All right.
So what else we got tonight,
Let's go
Josh? Are we
straight
going-
into. Wait, hold on. Top 10 QB in the NFL. Book it.
Stop it, Joe.
You're talking about McCarthy?
Yeah, stop it.
Oh wow, you're crazy.
All right, let's good shit.
Damn.
I like it. Bring it.
Top 10. Wow.
I like the confidence though.
Yeah.
Shedeur is gonna be top 5.
Oh, no.
All right, since you bring
I
him
ain't
up.
saying that.
So since you bring him up, all right, they're saying that right now his jersey is one of the most top selling jerseys out there.
Of course.
What's
But-
good with it, Dirt?
What
but
up, Dirk?
we don't even know if he's still going to make the roster being
Josh.
the fourth. I'm just saying that.
That's not even up for debate.
I'm just
anymore.
saying though. But I'm just saying though. He is they going to keep him because he's money now, or are they going to keep him because he's going to be the real deal?
They keep him because he's under
Because
contract.
OTAs just started, right?
Yeah,
So it was Monday. That was the only day
Yeah,
they let in.
yeah. After the draft, when they were trying to keep the headlines rolling and stuff, but he might not make the team. That's not even up for debate anymore. He's making the team. Signed his contract.
I mean,
he's gonna be there. Him and Dylan will be there. One of the vets won't be there. I don't think they're willing to get rid of him or Dylan, to be honest, because they feel like
On
this-
Monday when they said it, they ran. It was Pickett, Flacco, then Gabriel, and then they let Shedeur run with the.
threes and
practice-
fours. Yeah. But you got to think about it. Like this regime, their only 2 guys in that quarterback room are those 2 guys. You feel me?
Yeah.
Pickett was drafted by obviously Pittsburgh, and Flacco was drafted many ages ago. Those are really their only 2 guys in there. So I can't see them parting with any of those 2, not this early in their career.
Yeah, I mean,
Under other circumstances, maybe, but I can't see it. I think they keep both young boys.
both of them.
Yeah, both of them. And I'm confident that Dylan and Shedeur both be on the team. Like I said, I don't know
They
who's
really-
going to get to start
they-
first
yeah.
because one of them's definitely going to get a chance to start there. I don't know which one it's going to be, but they'll both be there, I think.
What did he say?
Dirk said, "What's up, Coles? Come on."
And then
I'm
he
starting to think Kenny Pickett might be the odd man out. They signed him early in the offseason when they didn't have any other options. He might be traded to someone who needs one worse than us. Snag a 5th round
Pittsburgh.
and move on.
And we also didn't pick up his
Saints.
5th-year option too. We declined to pick up his 5th-year option. So obviously, the right might be on the wall that if you don't win this battle in camp, you're cooked.
Y'all gonna shit when Kenny Pickett starts the season as the starting quarterback.
If he starts with those little ass hands, bro, I'm gonna slap myself.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you.
Bro, he can barely palm the football.
Man, he's out there doing it though. But they said that day they was out there that the best balls were thrown by Joe.
By Flacco? Oh, yeah. He's
The
most
best-
touch. You see the deep balls? Yeah.
Yeah, the
That
best
one to
balls.
Jared Judy?
The best balls were coming from Joe, and then he said Shedeur
Yeah, that's a professional arm right there. All
looked
day.
good too.
Joe can throw it like that when he's 60, probably. You feel
But
me?
you see how they're keeping stats though now? They're trying to say, oh, Shedeur was
Yeah, it's weird.
the
7
why?
for 9 with 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
they did a red zone drill. That's
But
why
I
they're
see
doing that.
people because he got that crazy following now.
Yeah.
Okay, like you got your Browns fans, but now you got these Shedeur fans.
Mm-hmm.
So now they on the internet just talking.
Honorary Browns fans.
Man, so they on there. Oh, he threw 2 touchdowns. Why wasn't he playing with the starters? This and that. But they weren't. You could tell they're not real football fans because he's doing this against people that don't even have a job next week.
Yeah.
They're starting on the 30-yard line.
Substitute teachers.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It was just a
Like,
red zone drill
yeah.
too. Yeah.
But this is what we got to deal with though now. Like there's so much bringing on. He has so much package with him, and it's like why are they keeping stats now? OTAs like really like
They kind of always have. They just never made a big deal about it.
yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But you got these so-called Shedeur fans like this. They're kind of bringing a lot of drama this way. Honestly, I feel like they're just bringing
But
extra.
He came in the drama. They didn't start the drama. The drama
I
came in
know.
with the
Yeah,
drive.
well,
So
yeah, no, his
you
dad started the
might as well
drama
just keep it
years
rolling.
ago.
You might as well just keep it rolling. Ain't no reason to change it now.
Yeah.
He came into a drama filled situation. Why
But don't
change
you
it
feel
now?
like that kind of like messes everything up? Like they say,
Not me.
like
we just got more fans
they
now than
said
we had.
Yeah, but
We got
these
way
ain't
more
real
fans than we had last
These ain't
year.
real fans.
Real or fake? We got twice as
Because
many
if
fans as
something
we had
happens
last
to
year.
him, they ain't really real fans. We
Yeah.
can't call them real fans.
Yeah,
They're
real,
Shedeur fans.
real or fake, our fan base doubled, and I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
am
really?
because the ticket prices went up.
Yeah, true. I
Yeah,
mean,
you
that's
got
if
people
he's-
buying tickets just want to go see Shedeur.
Hey.
Now I'm screwed out of my tickets, man.
Well, you can still get them. You just got to pay more. They ain't getting
I'm
them.
good.
They're not getting.
I
them
ain't
for
paying
cheaper.
for that.
Yeah.
I ain't paying to go watch that yet. They got to prove something to me for I'm going to pay to watch them again.
Yeah, you got yeah, true.
I'm just
Well, they-
saying, like,
I
I'm
like
not
that.
paying that amount to go watch losses, man. I'm good. I'll pay that amount if I have a hope that we're going to win, but I definitely don't want to pay that to go watch losses, man. Golly. I'm seeing like 200 and something for nosebleeds now. Like, what? You got to
Yeah.
be kidding me.
I'm still gonna sneak me in 1 or 2. It's just his economy. It's $8 for a dozen of eggs, baby. Everything going up. They even charging. I think it's like 60 for coochie now. Everything going up.
I wouldn't pay that.
That's too expensive. That's too expensive.
But
yeah, that's all I'm saying. Though I feel
Yeah.
like there's a lot more going on in a Cleveland practice now. Like we got so much like to worry about besides them actually competing.
Dirk says, what's a worse situation? Are W4 quarterbacks or Pittsburgh waiting on Rodgers and hoping they don't get stuck with Rudolph?
Pittsburgh waiting on Rodgers. Easy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's like the dumbest scenario in the whole NFL right now.
Like I said, we're going up
Sitting
trading
around
back
waiting on a
Pickett.
washed up vet.
I just wish they'd stop
To
talking
choose
about
you.
this shit.
You know what I mean?
That's
Yeah.
what he wants though. That's Rodgers though. He always likes that.
He wants
spotlight.
that attention.
He loves that spotlight. He's weird like that.
He
That
wants
is
that
so
attention.
crazy to me. God, like I said, I just don't know what they expect. Like, man, I can't remember the last time he was good. Are you kidding me? Good Lord. They went off of whatever he did for 1 year. Shit.
Man, they going off his past. You can't go off his past. He's washed. That is not the same guy that played
At
in Green
all.
Bay with Devontae Adams.
No.
You feel me? That is not that guy. Have you seen him with the Jets?
Man, I ain't
feel
even
me?
seen him in Green Bay
He's
before he
through.
left.
Yeah, he's through.
Didn't he win an MVP award at one point?
Yeah, he's
That's
done.
not him anymore.
Yeah, he has nothing left. You feel me? Like I said, you can't take away what he was, but he ain't that no more. Period.
Not at all.
All right, here we go. If the season started tomorrow, who would you start? Pickett, Flacco, Gabriel, Shedeur.
Flacco.
Flacco. But
I'm sorry,
but I
Shedeur.
have a feeling that Pickett's going to start.
I'm
Yeah.
going rookie.
You going rookie?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go out
you
there
know,
and
if you ask me personally, I'm gonna say Shedeur, but I'm saying off what I think they're gonna do. I think they go Flacco. Me personally, I go with one of the rookie, whichever rookie looks better.
This is going to be another one of them years, guys. Just so you know, we're going to see multiple quarterbacks play.
Well, we've seen
season.
6 quarterbacks play a couple years ago. P.J. Walker and
all 4 of these guys
Phillip.
might get a chance to play.
No, and they saying homeboy say he might be ready.
Oh,
What's his name?
Gabriel?
Watson?
Gabriel.
Oh,
Wow, man.
No, I'm telling you, he's been in the news. He says he's been training.
Wouldn't that be some shit if we got rid of him, and then if we got rid of one of them two, and then just let Watson start? If we got rid of Flacco or Pickett, and then Watson comes out week 1 as a starter,
That'll be the
Oh
most
my
brown
God.
shit ever. But
they're like,
for
hey,
real,
we got him for one more year. We might as well use him.
Let's see what he got.
We done paid a lot of money for this guy. He getting out there.
It's like kicking a dead horse. That situation over. Yeah, he might as well chalk that up.
no, he's training though.
Yeah,
He really has it in his head.
what's he gonna do?
coming
CrossFit
back.
after he retires?
I don't get
What's he
it.
training so hard for? It's over, baby. You know
I
what I'm
don't
saying?
know.
You made a good.
That's
That
your
shit's
boy.
crazy.
Yeah, you robbed the team blind, baby. It's over. You got the money. Yeah, you ain't got nothing else to prove. Just go ahead, right off into the sunset and start your little family. You feel me? Yeah, he done. He robbed us. It's over. It was highway robbery. Stop.
Yeah, I
We
hate
don't-
to
I don't want to see you lifting away.
I hate to think what the
I
Browns
don't
could
wanna
have
see
been
you
if
on a
we didn't-
treadmill.
If we didn't make that move, man.
I didn't want to see you do anything. We probably would have blew it on someone else. We'd have paid a couple other people that flopped.
No, I'm saying we'd have still had kept Baker. You get what I'm saying? We'd have still kept Baker. We would have had top draft picks for many years.
Coulda, woulda,
That's what I'm
shoulda.
saying,
It
man.
happened.
I always wonder what
Yeah.
would have happened if we'd have done that.
The one that got
Man.
away. Fuck
Man.
that. It happened. We got to regroup and get over it, get past it. And
I mean, but he needed to go anyways to grow.
yeah, sometimes it be like that. You
Oh,
feel
he
me?
didn't just go to one other team. He went
Yeah.
to 3 other
Yeah,
teams.
that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And,
sometimes
you know,
remember he
he's
played
doing
for the
good, yeah.
Rams, the Panthers. Yeah,
He held on though.
so
and
we weren't the only franchise that didn't feel like he was that guy.
Yeah.
yeah. The Rams and Panthers also passed on him.
But you remember the Rams got him and what they used him in the playoffs, wasn't that? Remember he came in like during like
The one they were
important
fighting to
games?
try to get into the playoffs. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
made
they were
important
forced to play him.
games, and then
He scored on 2 plays from the what was it? He had a 98-yard drive in 2 plays, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was some
in that
crazy
game.
shit. Yeah, he
That's
did
where
some
that's where
amazing
he was
shit.
like, yep, he did some amazing shit.
He did really amazing. That's
Shit
what
was
kept him around.
nuts.
He went
But it was
down there.
really the receivers making great catches on the ball. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, well, you gotta get the ball there, right?
Oh, I know.
You gotta give 'em
Gotta get to the ball in
opportunity.
a position, but the receiver's the one that gets their body in a position.
All right. Are the Browns quietly in a rebuild and just refusing to say it out loud?
I wouldn't call it a full on rebuild. I'll call it a reshuffling of the deck, but not a rebuild. You know what I mean? I call it more of a reshuffling, not a
Yeah,
rebuild.
we have a lot of key names that are returning from that playoff team a couple years back.
Ooh.
So, you got Denzel, you
Denzel,
got
Miles,
you got
Batonio, Teller. You talking about Emerson?
Yeah.
Was Emerson here yet?
No.
I don't. He wasn't
No.
here yet. Delpit,
Lil Zesty was though.
yeah.
I think
Newsome, Delpit,
I think those guys
Yeah.
will be gone.
And
though, before the
Joku.
season start.
yeah. Mostly
Who,
the offensive.
who you
defensive
think's
line.
gonna be gone before the season starts?
Little Zesty.
Ain't no way, man.
No way.
They'd have
Yeah.
traded him before the draft.
No, I feel like
They'd have
they
got
don't
draft
make it.
capital.
Unless a big time cornerback gets hurt and somebody gets desperate.
Yeah, they
and,
ain't.
and they're willing to overpay.
If they was gonna let him go, they'd have done that shit at draft day
Yeah.
or for the draft. to
He'd
get
been part of
picks.
that Jacksonville trade.
Because
or
what's his
something.
name didn't show up too last year. He
Emerson
showed up.
didn't either.
Yeah, they none of them really showed out.
I see he switched his number to number 1. Y'all see that? He went back to his college number
I did not see that.
since we got rid of
So is Andrew Berry building something smart or just throwing darts every year?
We ain't gonna
praying?
know until we see it. We got to see the product.
I mean, he's been throwing darts for a couple years now. I feel like,
is he throwing shit against the wall and see if it sticks?
yeah,
And I think
especially when it comes
I
to
think
the
he
D
made
linemen.
strategic
I think
moves
they
this
put
year.
they put together a good. And the core of the team is there. It's about putting the little bells and whistles together. Like the
He
core
said-
is there.
Yeah,
Might
he
as well
said
get Bailey
zap.
Zapp too.
like the core is there. They just have to put the right people around them, the right players around
Like
them.
I said, nobody knows what's gonna happen until the product hits the field, man. That's how I see it every year. It's the only way you can go with it. I mean, we made the playoffs 2 years ago. I mean, did we expect that? Probably not, but we did it. So the next year, did we expect to go 3 and whatever? No, not at all. Not after.
That's the question right here.
coming
Does
off a
Kevin
playoff-
Stefanski have a full control of this team, or is he a dead man walking if they miss the playoffs this year?
He's not a dead man walking if they miss the playoffs, but if they win 3 games, he's a dead man.
Yeah,
walking.
if
If
they
they
don't
show
win,
some
if they
sign
don't
of a-
win 8 games, he's
Yeah.
gone.
If they show some sign of improvements and they're hovering around, obviously you can't go 500 anymore with the 17-game season. But if they're somewhere right below 500 or close
8
to
and
it.
9. If he don't
Yeah.
go 8 and 9, at least he
And
should be gone.
even 7 might get him another one because they would like at least see the improvement going into next year. But you come out with another 3-4 games, it's over for him and Andrew Berry, plain and simple.
Yeah. Andrew Berry would have
no
to
way
go
around
too.
it. Yeah, somebody else will be picking 2 first-round picks for us next year. Yeah.
Yep.
If they win 3 or 4 games, everybody's cooked. Period. Ain't no way around it. Come on, everybody. You win another 3-4 over. If you don't get at least 7 or 8, somewhere close to around 500.
Yeah, that's
over.
it. You're gonna have to at least get 500.
Yeah. And over, like I said, if you don't get, and like I said, even 7 might be sketchy, but if you can get to 8 or somewhere around there, then the fan base will be satisfied and they at least have something to look forward to.
Fan base, you got maybe 2 games, 2 or 3 games before they call for your head.
Yeah.
Get them out of here. They're gonna be screaming to get them out of here. All right, so I know you guys love the fact of a new stadium, but Cleveland don't want it. Cleveland thinks it's too much. You're messing up downtown. Taxpayers, we can't afford it. Cleveland's one of the poorest cities in America. There's not enough jobs. What do you guys take on all this? Because Haslam's like, we're going to do it without you guys.
The new stadium's actually going to bring a lot more jobs to the city.
No, you know how far Brooksdale is from Cleveland?
It's not super far.
Man, it's about 45 minutes.
Yeah, but they'll be able to take the train there. The people that work there, they'll be able to take public transit there. You know what I'm saying? So they'll have a way to get there.
It's right by the airport.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's still Cleveland.
It's definitely. Yeah, it's
still Cleveland.
Yeah, I don't see a problem
But
with this.
they can take public transit to get there, but it's gonna bring a lot more jobs.
Let's think about the people with no jobs.
Hotels will go up.
Yeah.
Wait, let's talk about the people though that's barely making it. You know, just living off check by check, or living off the government, and let their taxes go up because Browns need a new stadium.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. B.
Really?
Come on.
You really? I mean, there's a lot of people out there struggling right now.
I had to pay a school tax for a long time, and they have no kids in the school,
like that,
man.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I didn't get to yell about it.
Yeah,
I didn't
but
get
these
to
are
complain about it.
millionaires, right? This is a millionaire asking for money.
Billionaires.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But come on, you asking for money. Why do you need money from the poor folks? You can't even put out a good product. You know what I'm saying? You asking a lot when you can't even put out a good product since you've been here. Now, if they was winning and being Super Bowl contender teams, I feel like the state would have no problem with it.
I don't know if we were the only team asking of this, then I would look at it as something
like
different.
If he said
That's usually the normal protocol.
Yeah, if he said he's gonna do it anyway, it's one of those you just have to deal with it.
Yeah, it's usually normal protocol. You know what I'm saying?
Because Cleveland said they're gonna fight it.
Yeah, they're gonna fight it. It's gonna go through though.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, hope. Some people don't. I'm with them renovating, staying on the lake. You know.
I wouldn't mind them staying on the lake either.
Thing is that everything changes, and I try to explain this to my mom all the time. Like, she hates technologies went the way it has. She hates cell phones. She hates computers. She hates trying to use digital anything. And I'm like, Mom, it's the times. I said, we grew up. We started the computer. We watched it go all the way to where it's at now, to where we have robots that are cops in other countries. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna wait till our kids are about to be grandparents and shit.
I'm talking
it's gonna
about
be bad.
poor people though having to pay for a broken product.
We go through this all the time. Yeah. Poor people pay for everything for the rich. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding me? Yeah. That's the American way. You don't see.
That's how they get rich.
Look at our president.
Really,
he's having us. He's having us pay for.
Oh man,
our president's literally having us pay for his birthday party.
Oh man.
So are you serious?
Man,
like this is the American way. We have billionaires in office.
Complaining about Trump no more.
I won't, because I have no choice.
Man, because
that's why I said I pray every night that he does great. But again, we're paying millions of dollars for his birthday party.
They must be like friends or something.
They probably are.
They must be friends. Most rich
billionaires are.
But
yeah, trust me.
I rather them stay by the lake, keep it traditional. You know, make a dope stadium down there, so we're not so much hurting the rest of the community.
They want to have a Super Bowl in Cleveland. Yeah. They want to have concerts in that stadium.
That's the only way to make it happen.
They want to have sellout shows. Yeah, but they can't have concerts like they want to.
Why not?
Because it's cold as shit down there.
They still do it?
No,
they got concerts going on right now. They got concerts.
Rarely.
No, they got
people
concerts
don't get
going
to enjoy
all year round. They got concerts down there.
Yeah,
And if you do, like he said, Trump's Golden Dome, save some money on the stadium, build by not playing for a roof. Yeah, man, you could put a roof on it. I'm saying, like I said, you renovate.
I thought the
and
Golden Dome was just weapons in space. I didn't think it was an actual dome going around the world. Like,
Yeah, that's a whole weird concept.
that's. I
Yeah.
thought it was like space.
I
what was that?
thought we were all
Men
gonna
in
hide
Black.
it. We were all gonna go to Notre Dame and hide in their stadium or something when I heard it.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
I got
that
some
one at
Golden
all,
Dome
but-
once when I was in like high school. I think. I'm not sure though.
But yeah, I see this. If the owners want to make it happen, they're gonna make it happen, and that's all I can say. I don't. Again, I have to deal with a lot of shit I don't want to, but my voice doesn't never make a difference. Trust me.
Um,
Just throwing that out there.
oh shit, I got a motherfucker.
Say we're leaving downtown Cleveland room the team's identity. That's a good one.
I don't think. Because a lot of teams don't even play in their cities. Where
Not
like
a lot of teams.
yeah,
There's
not
just
too
a
many teams.
handful.
So
It's
it was,
a handful.
it was actually a blessing for us to be able to play in downtown. Because like even the Pistons, they played in Auburn Hills, which was like 2 hours away from
yeah,
Detroit.
but they're downtown now.
But now they're downtown.
You ain't lying,
That's what I'm
Dirk.
saying.
I be
So-
getting that bronze dome.
So it was a privilege for us to be able to have our team downtown for that long. Because a lot of teams don't get that. You know what I'm saying? So it was pretty cool to have it. If they move, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? I like the downtown vibe. I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a little different, but you know what I'm saying? At least we did have them downtown for that long. You know what I mean? At least we haven't been having to go to Berea since '99. You know what I mean?
I just think that the traffic will flow better. I think that there'll be more parking at the stadium.
Yeah,
They're going to build the
closer
parking
parking,
right at
yeah.
the stadium. I just think it'll be great. Everyone else is making their new shit. Why can't we get some new shit? You know?
Because we suck.
I'm gonna say
Because we suck. That's why. I mean, I would have no problem with this if we was a good team. If it was fun to watch. I mean, they not fun to watch, man. I mean, it's hard to watch. Why do I care if they want to spend money on a team, on a dome instead of your team? You know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But I don't know. It's just it's hard. It's hard to see that move from downtown Cleveland. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're just have to deal with whatever the owners come up with. We had to deal with the Deshaun Watson shit, so we ain't gonna have a choice.
Yeah, I just gotta take off. My wife got food poisoning. She keep throwing up. I gotta go.
All right, we'll
help
cut it
her
there.
real quick.
All right. We'll holla at